All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, says YouTube. This is Pastor Doc. Let me go ahead and weigh in on this real quick. While the word of the hour is we stand in solidarity with the rest of the nations in this world that condemn these heinous attacks. And don't get me wrong, I think it's morally reprehensible and literally deplorable for people who are just going about minding their own business. I don't care what culture, I don't care what nationality that you come from on the face of this planet Earth, but just to have your life innocently snuffed out. I actually think that the way that you had your life snuffed out, the way that you got killed, is the same way you should be killed for your crimes against humanity. With that said, the first person I heard is Barack Hussein Obama calling this cowardly. I ain't never seen none of these so-called politicians be out on point to make sure that, the leaders today are the so-called leaders today are totally different than the leaders back then. Leaders in the old world used to be the first one to step their foot on the battlefield and be in the battle. These boogers 5,000 miles away from any heat whatsoever at all. But the audacity of Barack Hussein Obama to call these attacks, or the people who are doing these attacks, cowards, hey, it takes one to know one. And you think about this for a second. What the hell are our attacks all across this globe and all across this world to where we are so-called in the name of terrorism when we're causing more terrorism in this free world than any country or any 10 combined countries put together? What the world is it when we fire our drones off into villages, killing innocent civilians and calling it collateral damage? When you have Secretary of State at the time called Madeleine Albright said it was a necessary evil and it was good to kill over 400 something people, it wasn't justifiable. This man said, these sickos, David Cameron, you got the audacity, and then the UN general. I mean, you people are something else. You're the ones that have went around with your stick poking it into this hornet's nest. You're sticking your nose in everybody else's business. And let's just tell the truth. You're nation building by conquering all these other weaker militaries in the world. That is what's really, truly going on. They don't care nothing. Nothing like Israel. They're going to float. Well, we can't find them 3 boys. They died. We know they died. They died. They held on it. They sit on it for a while, waiting for the right opportunity to present it to the public. By that time, your heart is engaged. Your mind is engaged. By that time, you're all emotional. Again, don't get me wrong. I think it's wicked for someone to go around and kill innocent civilians. I believe it's wicked. It's wicked. But at the same time, you don't go around into these other countries and start killing their fathers and their sons and their uncles and their nephews in cold blood and really making it a war against Christianity and their religious philosophy, against Islam and their religious philosophy. And in the wake of doing this, you're killing children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, both male and females. You're really truly just annihilating the whole entire land or the whole entire line of these people. You can sit up there and get in front of these cameras, grandstand and politically stage play and lie to the American people all you want. But it sure is nice for us to be on the information highway where we can be able to see exactly what is going on. It would be something if I didn't know what I was talking about, but I actually think that being a 10-year veteran, I think that gives me a lot of right to give my opinion in these matters. And not only myself, but many, many other veterans who know the truth of this country and what they're doing. Let me tell you something, America. The powers that be are sniffing and doing everything that they can to look for World War III because it's big business, it's big money. And the only reason why we didn't attack Syria is because of the information highway. Information traveling just like this, just like that. And the weapons of mass destruction, that card ain't working no more. That false flag card ain't working no more. Or they killing innocent civilians. That false flag card ain't working no more either. They're out of cards. They done played their hand and they're out of cards. What we need to be tuned into is what is going to be the next grandstanding lie that they are going to tell us. That's what we need to do. That is going to get the people to be emotionally involved without making sound judgment using critical mindset thinking. We need to pay attention to what is the psychology and what is the philosophy of these people. What are they going to use next to start World War III? That is where my eyes and your eyes need to be at. You know why? We already got enough American soldiers coming back in body bags, messing around over there in Afghan that Alexander the Greek couldn't beat, Genghis Khan couldn't beat, the Russians couldn't beat, and damn it, the Americans can't beat, and you keep on messing around and stuff. They're going to have your children, while they send their children to school, and they become doctors and lawyers. Our children, they got plans for them. Cannon fodder. Or shall I say, drone fodder. That's what they got planned. And then they're going to drape a flag. See, rich people are universal. They can go anywhere in this world. Poor folks, our roots are here in this country. Drape a flag. Proud to be an American. Well, he said, no, I'm free. I won't forget the man who died. Yeah, that's right for me. Man, that's a bunch of hogwash. Just a bunch of junk and garbage. Open up your eyes and clearly see. It's a sad situation. Nobody is sowing more terrorists in this world than the United States, Great Britain, and the UN. Nobody is. And there's a law called sowing and reaping. And whatsoever you sow, that will you also reap. We don't turn around and messed in to the wrong hornet's nest, I'm telling you. And for what? For what reason? These people wasn't bothering us. It wasn't bothering us at all. For what? It's kind of like, if you know history, Germany, yeah, they was making a run of Europe, but they wasn't bothering the United States of America. Hitler and his crew used to be allies and best friends with us. Not until they went and made a backroom deal under the table, brought the United States in, and we end up annihilating Germany along with the so-called League of Nations. You people, you something else. You believe everything they say. WWE, NFL, basketball and baseball, MMA, it's got you all in a land of make-believe, I tell you.